Hello.
Hello.
Pam 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 pam. Nearly there, eh? Nearly there. I'm just finishing one thing and I will be there. Now they should be okay, yeah? Yeah, I'm trying to modify two files. Bum 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 bum. Okay. I think I'm ready. I'm just modifying files and doing stuff, and yeah. Okay, are we ready? I don't know. I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. But let's say yes. Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Hello. How are you today? I made some progress with the shield, but give me a second because I need to answer too few messages. Do. Okay. Yeah, I made some progress with the. I made some progress. Let me just close this 1 million things. Some progress with the shield, right? And I think it's kind of good. I think it's kind of good. I don't know if you would like if you like the color, if you will like the colors, but these are the colors. This is one of the colors, right? One of the colors of the Kleros palette, right? I tried this one. I don't know if this one is the best one, but I tried this one. I managed to map the borders of the shield so that it's actually looking ruined, right? Or anyway, I mean, not that clean like it was before. And I also managed to have, the same normal map here, which I don't love. I have to say, I think is a bit too much, right, in terms of lines of wood and such. But And maybe the purple is a bit too clean, right? Maybe it should have. I don't know. We can still modify it. The problem is that I cannot dedicate infinite time to one shield, right? So that's a bit of the problem. Hello, Bill Pox. Which engine you used in the game before Unreal? We were using Crystal Space, which I think is not. I mean, if you search it today, it's probably not even existing anymore. But there should be a crystalspace.org. No, crystalspace3d.org, which I don't know if is still alive. Yeah, that's the result, by the way. Is, I don't know, an HTML is popping up instead of the real page. I don't know why. I can send it to the guy that I still know that is making that is one of the founder and main creator of that engine. But yeah, it was called Crystal Space 3D, and yeah, so I cannot really show you like this, but maybe if you search it, unfortunately I think you will arrive there. But yeah, this was the logo, Crystal Space, right? And yeah, you see plane shift as well, because we were one of the main project, not the main, but anyway, let's say one of the main projects done with that engine, at least in terms of scope and complexity, right? And was very fun collaboration. Anyway, we were working also on the engine together with them, and some of our developers really improved the pieces of the engine. So I also did some. I don't remember if I really committed anything, but I did, for example, the 3ds Max importers and some Blender importers. So I did some stuff at the time. Yeah, the Wayback Machine, can do it. How old is the game? Well, the first release was in 2002. So, but before that, we had a 2D release. The game was 2D when 3D was not existing. So or anyway, when 3D was really at the beginning. So yeah. Well, let's say old. Let's say old, and he survived all these years. And he's still alive. And he's still alive and kicking. Do you think that this color will be better? I don't know. Maybe that purple is a bit too much, huh? Maybe that purple is a bit too much. I think I like it because it pops, right? But maybe it's exaggerated. Maybe it pops too much. I mean, it's too saturated. Maybe the saturation. I can maybe tone down the saturation a bit, and maybe it's enough, Yeah. Like this. Like this instead of this, huh? Okay, I think you convinced me. I think you convinced me without saying anything, but you convinced me. Shield test, huh? Shield test. Shield test. Yeah, we were actually the first. I mean, we can say, right? We can say, but obviously there is a bit of a debate, you know, on this topic. But we can say that we were the first 3D MMO to be free, right? Now there is a bit of a discussion on this point, but okay, if we were not the first, we were the second, okay? But I think we were the first because the other one, which is RuneScape, was actually commercial, right? And so, yeah, it was kind of free at the beginning, but then it became commercial, and I think that, but anyway, you know, then we took two different routes, right? So I decided to have a normal job, and they decided to push on the game. And they actually probably made a good choice because the game became very, very popular. And I mean, it took them a lot to actually make it popular, probably, but at a certain point, it really exploded. And I assume that now, you know, they looking back, they may say they made a good choice, right? For sure. I decided not to invest my whole, you know, life in that. And so I did it as a hobby, and obviously this significantly reduced the quality and the speed, right? Because if you work on it just on the weekends, right, it's not gonna to, right? It's a bit harder, but yeah, life choices, you know. Life choices. Right. So do you prefer it like this? Do you prefer it like this? Like you see it now? Or fuck, is identical. How is it possible? Right. Because we took it from test. No, test should not exist anymore. Test should not exist anymore because it's not a test anymore. This thing became real. Yeah, but anyway, multiple people worked on it, not just me, right? So yeah, multiple people worked on it, and during the years, different people on music, on settings, on rules, on NPC dialogues, on quest, on, I mean, making an MMO is really a mess. I mean, it's really complex. I mean, I think it's the biggest game project you can ever decide to make, right? There is nothing bigger. And yeah. And so, yeah, and so the complexity is that is nearly impossible to do. It's nearly impossible to make. I can say that. I mean, we made it. Our game is released, but yeah, you can play it. But yeah, it's an insane amount of work for a result that at the end, you know, is very hard to understand, right? Because people don't understand the complexity, so they say, oh, it's missing, right? The graphic is outdated, or is missing this, is missing that. Yeah, I know. But you know, World of Warcraft is 3,000 people, right? In the glory days, the World of Warcraft team was 3,000 people. So, you know, full-time employees. So, is slightly different. But yeah, we are an historical game. I mean, there is a lot of people that knows it, right? We had 500,000 accounts created. I don't know how many we have in total now, but I think probably at least 600,000 or so in total during 20 plus years. So, but I forgot what I was doing. I was doing this. Yeah, I think it's better. It's a bit more mild. Is popping less. I think it is definitely less annoying. So we will have it like this, yeah. So it's still colorful, but not insane. Not insane. Let me just check the. Yeah, we are remaking the we are remaking some of the characters, and so I'm actually chatting with the artist that is working on this, and there is a preview of the Diablo Email remake. Well, it's not really a remake. It's just an improved version, with more poly counts. Is pretty much the same shape. So I think that the shape changed very, very, very little. But if you look at the hand, for example, right? This one is the old one, right? This one is the old one, which is very cube. It's very Minecraft, and this one is the new one. So I think that we reach now to reach a decent amount. A decent density, right? At the moment, we reached about 9K polygons, 9.2 or something, and the old one was probably a third of that or less, I guess. Right? So the old one was, it was 1.4, right? It was 1.5. So 1.5, it means that is six times more. Yeah, it's 6 times the poly count, right? 6 times the poly count. 6 times is something, huh? 6 times is something. So I have to think about it a bit. Reducing it is easier than increasing it, right? So if we take the increased one and we want to reduce it, it should be, in theory, it should be easier, right, than the opposite. I feel it's a bit too much, right? Because this is actually I mean, some of these are polygons, right? They're not triangles, for what I see. I have to spend a bit more time on it, but yeah, exactly. So this is the triangle count. I think 6 times is too much, right? I feel is too much. So I need to reason on it, but my feeling is that 6 times is really too much. Now, can we reduce it from here? I think we can, but I mean, decimate is our friend if we want to. I think that I think anyway the character looks so much better. Obviously, I mean it's 6 times the quality. I think unfortunately we didn't gain any. We didn't gain anything in terms of actual topology and modeling. So it's. But I can say that it's been done with some reasoning, right? It's not been done just to do it, right? So I think it's been done with some decent. Now here, for example, I don't know if I agree to this shape, right? I think this shape is a bit. I mean, now that we have the poly count, right? We could, in theory, improve this thing a bit and just this polygon should just go. I mean, this thing should just go a bit more, to the side and become more reasonable. But apart from those small changes that I mean, we can decimate it. I mean, if you want to just do a quick test, but so I think a reasonable number would be 4 times instead of 6 times. So 4 times would be 30% less, right? So in this bar is basically 0.7, right? 0.7. And I think at 0.7 we are probably not losing anything. I think if you go lower than that, I think you can go until yeah, I think it's a bit overdone actually. At 9K is a bit overdone. Because this is the base character. Then on top of it, we need to put like the plate mail, the shield, the bracers, the other stuff, the weapon. So we will have more stuff on top of the character. So I would say that yeah, at 9K is a bit too much. I think it's very reasonable even at double, right? I mean, I think even double is reasonable. I mean, the problem are always the elbows and this kind of places, right? Unfortunately, decimate is not doing it smartly, right? It's doing it stupidly. So you are not going to get extra loops where you need them, right? You're gonna get but I think we need to find the right balance, right? We need to find the right balance. I think 10K is too much. I mean, it's too much with this level of detail, right? Because if we add a lot of detail, right? This guy like has an armor with. Let me check 1 second. I mean, it's not that we really have a poly count problem, right? Because looking at the future, I think poly count will be zero problem, right? So I mean, our new video cards will do anyway millions of polygons, and but I'm still thinking, right? Is it overdone or not? I mean, our previous one, yeah, I don't know. Hello, Nerisex. Hello, hello. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, thank you, thank you. Hello. Wow, the bombs. The bombs for the raid. Everyone is dead. No. Everyone is dead. No, you will reborn. All of you will be reborn. So yeah, we are working a bit on different things. Mainly, we were working on an improvement to our weapons, and we made this shield yesterday, and I did some improvements today. Is a shield that is designed to be for this particular race, right? And yeah, he has the straps, you call them, yeah, straps there, and he has a bit of this yeah, pointed kind of shape, right, which is a bit different than the normal shields, and it's done by purpose because we want this to be a bit special, right, for this particular winged race. I think the result is okay. See you, Neris. Bye bye. Running out of battery, no power. Wow. Living in Ukraine is fun. It's fun. Yeah, I can understand that. I didn't know you were in Ukraine, or maybe you told me. Ah, yes, you told me. You told me that you were from Lviv, right? Lviv. I think. So welcome, raiders. So we're working a bit on this, and then at the same time, I was also looking at the changes done. I mean, the first run at the improvement of our characters, right? That we want to increase in poly count, and there is an artist working on this and making progress, right? Trying to make them more round, so also that when they flex or walk, and they are more reasonable. But I think that the current poly count is really exaggerated. The more I think about it, and also looking at what Decimate can do on this guy, and looking at the result, it seems to me that at the moment we went too far, right? We went too far. I think we will take a bit to find the right yeah, but you see that, I mean, to me, even 0.5 is really enough. I mean, we can go a bit higher than 0.5, right? But I think at this level, I mean, the problem of doing it with Decimate is that you start to lose, right? You start to lose quality on the texture, so that's very annoying. You're basically destroying the texture, so it cannot be done this way. But I think that I think reasonably between 5k and 6k, this guy is more than good. More than good. for what I can evaluate myself, right? Unfortunately, we don't have an animation on this guy, so I mean, we don't have it in this file, so I cannot really move him and see what how it looks like. But yeah, I think reasonably that's the range. Um, uh, just a second. I think a 6K. I mean, I think 6K is already high. But anyway, he's a character, right? So as a character, I think it makes sense that he has a good definition, because this is probably the thing that you're looking the most, right? Also when you're speaking with another character and such. So I think we need to find the right sweet spot, between complexity and poly count. But okay, let's try to proceed. Let's try to proceed. Let's try to proceed. Now I lost what I was trying to do. Yes, okay. So the shield is done. Let's say that the shield is done. I don't love the normal map, to tell you the truth. I mean, this one that is made of kind of a wood, I think is a bit too busy. The problem is that changing it is not super easy. So I will have to basically redo the normal map. Taking in it's kind of messy to redo, so at the moment I will leave it like this. And now the second piece that I wanted to do is actually the weapon, right? And the weapon is pretty much already done. I just seen that there is a bit of a weird decision that they made on this weapon, which is the weapon is actually strangely split in UVs, right? And I don't understand I don't understand much why. So I'm trying to understand what the hell they did here. I'm trying to understand what the hell they did. Because to me, so if we go with this Klyros Longsword 1, right? It's not matching the texture, right? So which is kind of weird. So there are two texture in this, and I don't understand. I don't know if one is used for this and one is used for this, or what. But there is a blade 1, which is this thing, and there is a blade 2, which is this thing, and so basically this one does not have the handle, right? This one does not have the handle. But in the actual UV map, wait, I will close this, otherwise I have too much stuff open. But in the actual UV map, you see, it's like if the two textures are actually combined, which is super weird. Which is absolutely super weird. Yeah, exactly. So one is, yeah, okay. So we will just, we will just put it into one, and I don't understand why it was done this way. Seems to be very weird, but there was probably a reason, but I don't understand what is the reason. Right. Now, yeah, exactly. So for that reason, I mean, I don't know if they had a budget, right? They had a budget in texture size at that time. Like they needed to have all the texture 256 by 256 or something, but it kind of looks like so. So I think we are just going to export it this way. And then I think what we're gonna do, oh wow, the calculator is updating itself. Never seen that in my life. The calculator is updating. The calculator app, I don't know what is going on. Kind of funny. Yeah, so what we can do, we can now upgrade, right? Upgrade this texture. And at the moment the weapon is, oh wow, the upscaling is such an incredible magical thing. The upscaling is such an incredible magical process that I don't know, every time I see it I'm like wow, right? Look at this. This is the old texture. This is the upscale texture. I mean, it's insane. Absolutely insane. I think it's just because our brain works very simply, and so we like. I mean, in reality, it's the same thing, but yeah. so much better. So the point is, I don't think we want to upscale by 4, right? I think we want to upscale by 2, which seems to be already very, very good. So it's a 124 texture. I think is nice. Looks a bit like stone, but I think it's the original point, right? The original. It's kind of a weird material, but I think I really like it. The only thing that I don't like is that this gem, I would have extended the ladder up to here, so that this part at the bottom is like a reprise of the blade, like with a gem, like with a gem shape, right? I think would have been way nicer, but anyway, let's not spend too much time on this. Okay, so the new weapon. So we can say that this weapon to me is pretty much usable. With the only problem that we have to change now the UV of this guy, right? Because this will not match in any possible way. So we need to I don't know why sometimes this thing is not updating automatically. I really don't know. But yeah, you see that now we have a horizontal problem of by 4, I would say. So we will scale it. I will scale it on the 2D cursor, right? I will scale it 4 times on the X. And I will scale it 2 times on the Y, right? And boom, you see? We have it. And boom, we have it. Yep. Fantastic. Fantastic. And here is our weapon, which by the way, I think it looks pretty cool. And it is without normal map, but we will obviously have also normal map on it. Yeah, I would like this part at the bottom to actually bump a bit more, right? So this is why my idea was to have ladder until there and then this bump. I mean, I think it would have been nice if this was really a gem or a... Should we colorize it somehow? I mean, we can. I mean, it's not a big deal colorizing that, right? The problem is... Here I see a bit of burning, huh? Let me do it maybe with a less opacity so that we don't completely remove the... We don't completely remove the pattern, but... I don't know. That is not easy to fix. This part is not easy to fix, actually. Or we go clone, but clone is super dangerous. Because clone usually destroy things, right? So okay, maybe better. Maybe better. No, I was thinking if this part is actually a gem of some kind, right? Can we? Do you think it will look stupid or not? I did a mistake. Wait, let me make it bigger. So this is already the upscaled one, but is somehow I mean at this resolution is still not very good, right? I upscaled it, but I didn't upscale it crazy, right? I scaled it to 1K. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we will scale it again in the future. We may actually upscale it again. Boys! Okay. So if we say that this, right, becomes a gem like reusing the same colors that we used on the shield. Do you think we can do that? Like, I can take this piece and just paste it there and call it good. Or select to pattern. Ah. Alright. I'm a bit annoyed when why the layers are not automatically cropped to content, huh? I don't know. I mean, yeah, sometimes maybe you need it different. I know, I understand that. So if we do this, right, and then we go path to selection, right? So we have this thing selected. Do you think we can make it this color, this color, this color, and so it looks like interesting or not? Oh, this one already. This one is already kind of interesting. Yeah, but I think we need to boost it. I think we need to boost it like crazy. A gem like that, or a gem like this, or a gem like this. Good question. Good question. I think like this is too much and annoying. This, I think we need to make it way brighter, otherwise makes little sense, right? I don't know, I think it's nice, but I don't know if I can find a color that I really like at the end. A color that kind of stands out, but not too much. Is this bad or good? What do you think? Is it better to have it like this, so with no basically same color, or I think it would be cool to have a gem. I mean, we can try and see how it looks. Because you see how it is now, right? So you basically cannot see the difference. I mean, you see that there is a blade. I mean, the blade, you see it, the leather, you see it, but then between this and this, you don't really understand what is it, right? While if we do what he wanted to do, right? Boom, you see? Boom! In the face. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I don't know if this pink is the right color, but I think it's a good idea. I think it's nice. I think it's nice. The problem is deciding the color, boys. Just peace out from playing one game, because I'm gonna get killed by a troll. You're killed by a troll. You have to play the right game. We don't have any trolls in our game. Play our game, Funner. Go and play our game right now. Right now. Oh wow, like this is also insane anyway. I did this one, which by the way is the default color of Colorize. Is absolutely insane. Oh, I exported the palette. I exported the palette. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. I mean, they're all nice. The green is nice. The pink is nice. I think it's nice anyway, right? Do you prefer it this way? I mean, this way this way we'll lose it a bit when we put it on the character, because the character is already all green, right? So this character is all this color. So I think it will look a bit, you know, it will basically be the same color of the guy. While the purple is kind of a touch, right? It's kind of a touch of color in a gray life. So what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, these are small changes, but I know. You guys don't help me. I mean, you don't tell me what you think. You're just looking and saying, I don't know. Why you don't help me? To say what you like, what you don't like. I think at the end I will do it like this. I think I would do it like this. It's a very strong, but yeah, it's very strong, but I think it's nice. It's very strong but nice, and it's pink on pink, so I think at the end it will be nice. Okay, so also green is super good. But the only thing that it will be the same as the character, and I think that will make it look kind of weird. Okay, so this weapon to me is good. Is mapped properly. He has all the characteristics of a good weapon. So I think we can just save it. Oh, wait a second. This thing has a. Why has this father? We don't need this father, huh? If I was a GM, what is a player trolling other, I would just troll the troll for the heck of it. No. No, if you are a GM, you never troll anyone. As a GM, you always have to behave. That is why you cannot be a GM, Funner. No, I'm joking. Maybe you can. Just saying. So we go UART, weapons, swords, and this one we call it Klyros sword, Klyros longsword, right? Klyros longsword, and the texture. I mean, the texture. I don't know. We have it in Unreal. So I'm going to export this. I don't know the size. Maybe the size is like 5 meters. We will see. We will see, my friends. We will see. Now. Exactly now. This work will take forever, by the way. Forever. I have to do the same for 8 more races. Understand? Why saying import skeletal mesh? There is no skeletal mesh. Wait. He has an armature. I still has an armature on it. Doesn't have an armature. It's because it's called SK. I don't understand. Should not have a, right? I don't understand why he's saying import skeletal mesh. I mean, originally it was a skeletal mesh, but for whatever reason it was. Because I'm reading it from the wrong directory, my boys. Because I'm importing from the wrong directory, that's why. Because that, yeah, exactly. It's good that I checked, otherwise we would have imported something, well. Yeah, this one, exactly this one. Okay. Okay, we have our longsword. Now, would be nice to import also the texture. And this time the texture is completely the other way. Oh my god. Texture is here. Texture is here. Dang it, no peak of the day. Yeah, we don't have it for all the days. We have it only for some days. But whenever I publish a news, I'm putting a new picture. I think we are missing about 100 or so, or less than 100. Yeah. Material Master Weapons, eh? Material Master Weapons. So we create the material. In the material, we just use this. We don't use this, we just use the default. And for now, and for the normal map, we will have to create it. So we have to create a normal map of that guy. Try to make sure if you work on all the web, but don't make it exactly. You have no idea of how many different things I have to do for this game. You have no idea. How many different things are required to actually make to actually have this game working. So for example, one thing that you don't know is that I have to declare taxes, for example. Even if now we are tax exempt with a no profit, but I have to do a declaration every year saying what is our revenue, what is our expenses, and all of that. So it is something that they also have to do. I mean, it doesn't take much. Actually, there is a guy that is helping me on that, but it's insane. I'm losing track of this directories, GG. Completely lost. No, we are here. We are here, 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 and here. Okay, I made it. I made it! There are so many different things that I have to do for this freaking game. Just some of you should help me more. That's my baseline. You should help me more. Why this part of the... Huh? Why this part of the handle is basically flat? I mean, why here the normal map is not working? Is it because it's too dark and so it doesn't have a contrast and so... I don't know, because here, I mean, right? I don't understand why. I don't understand why here the normal map is going GG. Huh? Huh? Don't understand. Why? Why here seems to be broken? And why here there is a, a jump of 1 kilometer? Because this line is too strong and this line is too strong. But it's not good. It's really not good. Is really not good. It's really not good. Okay, so what we will do, we will cut this off, right? And we will make a normal map only for this guy separately. And hopefully it will be better. I don't know. I don't know what to do, but like that will never work. I will do a normal map for this and then I will just paste it on top of it. I don't know. I don't know why. I think because it finished the height or something. And so it's just flattening that part, right? Just kind of stupid, but it's what it's doing. Let me try to call it handle temp. Handle temp. Fuck me, the misclick. I clicked on cancel 2 times. No, not 2 times. But anyway, yeah, like this is definitely better. Ha 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 ha. Now, I don't know what will happen if now I merge those two, but we will see it immediately. If I take this and this, and then I take... oh wow, the insane bump. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is gonna be a problem. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are you guys playing these days in terms of video games? What are you playing? Tell me. Apart from Plane Shift, obviously, that I know you're playing every single moment, but what are you playing, huh? I don't know how this will be. I think it may look very, very bad. I think this composition of two normal maps, one on top of the other, may be the worst idea, but let's see. Maybe the worst idea, but we will see in a second what happens. We will see. We will see in a second. We will see in a second. Bro, the gem at the bottom. Holy shit. It's not bad, it's not bad. That thing's not really coming out much, huh? I mean, it's anyway 1k, so, but maybe it's not enough, I don't know. I've been playing Tropia Universe and Car Mechanic Simulator. I'm currently waiting for Plane Shift game to download on my PC. Ah, finally. Unless the Plane Shift driver can have a simple snack every tiny person in the cage. Yeah, I keep some snacks in my cages, always. With the comeback of the sun outside, perhaps I can take to replay Super Tux. I see. I played a bit of Diablo 4 again because they changed a few things and I wanted to see, you know, what they had, what they did. Okay, let's see if this weapon is really too long. If it's too long, we're gonna to, you know, change it. It may be too long. Yeah, probably yes. This weapon is a bit too much as it is, but I don't think is. So the first thing I need to understand is where the hell is the blade, right? We said that the blade is here on the inside, so basically the guy will use it like this. The guy will use it kind of like this. So yeah, I think at the moment is a bit too big. Is nearly a two-handed sword for this guy, right? So the question is how much we should reduce it, right? How much we should reduce it? Entropia still have the fake real supermarket with escalator for the player shop. I don't know, but I remember Entropia from a long time ago. They were using like real money, right? It was one of the first games with real money. I think like this is perfect. I mean, it's not too short, not too long, right? What do you think? Is this length good? Is this length good? I think it is. I mean, the original is this, but this makes no sense, right? This, I think it's still a bit too much. This is how I think it should be. Now, we can go one less, but like this. But I think that this starts to be a bit too small for a longsword. I think it should be, well, maybe in between the two. 0.75. 0.75. Nah, I think 0.8 is good. I think 0.8. So our guy, you know, equipped with the new shield and equipped with a new sword will look like this. It will look like this. New shield, new weapon. What do you think? Let me post it internally. I haven't cashed any money into the game. I'm just trying to earn cash by selling sweet takes and long time to build the cash flow. Ah, I see. Hello, Purple Mikey. I think the length of the arm is great for one end. Yeah, I think it's of the weapon. Yeah, I think one end is okay, like this. I think one end is okay. We also have this nice purple jewel that only me and you know about it, but yeah, I think it's good. I don't know if is the shield too small. Is the shield too? I don't think the shield is. I mean, the shield is obviously a bit small left to right because is vertical, right? But I think it's okay. Okay, do you want to see it in game? I want to see it in game so bad. I want to see it in game. Okay, to see it in game, we have two choices. Or we cheat and we just point to this mesh with a normal sword. Yeah, probably we do that so I don't go crazy in adding. But at the end, we will have to add this as a real item, right? So maybe we can just do the work of creating a new item. Now, the problem is, how do we name it? How do we name it? Do we name it? How do we name these items? Because I cannot name it Longsword, right? Longsword is a name that is already taken. So I cannot... name the item Longsword. I cannot. I can call it Klyros Longsword, but is that... Should we name? Yeah, we'll test it with all the players. Yes, but remember that the dwarf has a socket in his hand which is scaling everything, and same for the from the crane. So every character is basically scaling every piece of armor or weapon or shield based on their sides. So everything is resized based on their sides. Exactly for that reason, so it doesn't look stupid, right? So dwarf have very, very tiny daggers. Should I give it a name? But I cannot give the name to this, right? I cannot give a name to this, which is a special name. I mean, this would be just like Klyros Shield or I don't know, Klyros Shield. This one can be Klyros Longsword, but the problem is that if I want them to change the model, I mean, if I want to have, you know, a bright Longsword of the Brilliance, right? And this is called the Klyros Longsword, it will become Bright Klyros Longsword of Brilliance, which I think it will be a bit too long. So I'm saying, is it worth naming it Klyros, or is better to just give it a name? We can give it a name, but giving a name to something is not that easy. Also because I will have to do it for every single other weapon. That is a problem. There is a problem because we need to... I mean, we will have the hammer of the dwarves, right? We cannot call it... We cannot call it stone hammer axe, right? Ay. I mean, we can rename it when it's in game, but I don't... Yeah, so every instance of item can be renamed. So actually, when you... Actually, this can be called 1, 2, 3, but when you buy it, we can put whatever name we want. But when we randomize it, it will be... Fuck, I don't know. I need to decide on this. I can call it Klyros, but then, you know, I mean, if we call it Klyros, then what we have? We have a Cran Longsword, a Diaboli Longsword, you know? I think it's freaking annoying. Or we call it hook, or sharp, or teeth, or angled, or I mean, we can call it Klyros sword, but I don't think it sounds very good. Can call it shark. No, shark. Do we have sharks in our game? We can call it piercing piercings. We can call it spearhead. We can call it, I don't know, hammerhead sword. We can call it, I don't know how I want to call it. I think Klyros' sword is so bad. They must have a name for this thing, right? They must have a name. Dwarf Killer Sword. I call it. We will call it. I mean, it's actually, it looks like it's made of a special material, right? So maybe we need to call it Bright Stone Sword, I don't know. But then we have the problem with all the other swords, which is a mess. Hook sword? Let me see if hook sword exists. Hook sword. What is a hook sword? There is a hook sword. Pretty bad. Looks really shitty. The hook blade. Ah, this one is more similar. The hook blade. Should we call it hook blade? I think we can call it hook blade. Cobalt blue sword. I think we can call it hook blade. All together. I mean, not two words, one single word. Hook blade. This will be a hook blade. Guys, this will be a hook blade. Done. Done. So we copy longsword, and where do we put it? Do we have some space? We need to find the ID. Oh my god. 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 29. There is no space. There is no space for a new weapon in this list. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. There is no space. There is no space. We have some space at 3,900, I think. Oh, we have space here at 950. Okay, this will be 950 then. So we copy this. We call it 950. We call it hook blade. Hook blade. Hook blade. And the rest will be exactly like a normal longsword. The difference, we also need the icon. No, the icon, bro. No, not the icon, please. Okay, yeah, we will need the icon for sure. So we copy this reference, we put it in the database. We put it in the database. We remove the texture because we use just the standard texture. That will be the same armor versus weapon type. I think is fine. At the base sale price, I think this one will be very costly. No, will cost the same. Okay, will cost the same. And a hook blade. Typical weapon used by Klyros. Quality 50. Yeah, everything is okay. Okay, so this is our new weapon. The only thing that I need to do, I need to extract this in CSV in normal format, so I can put it in my PS Unreal schema update, and we can then import it also in production. So that is the hook blade, and then I want the shield. Now the shield, do we have a name for the shield, or we just call it Klyros shield? I mean, the shield will not be randomized in terms of characteristics, so you will never have, I think you will never have the sharpened shield, sharpened and gem encrusted shield of Taladarm, right? I think you will never have that. The slots. I lost 1, 2, 3 points. Pity. So the shield, we just call it Klyros shield. I think is okay, and we make it functional like what? Like the round shield, like the normal round shield, or we want to have different characteristics. I don't know. For now, I would say let's make it like the normal round shield. Okay. I think it will be like the normal round shield. So we will clone it, do a 951. We will call it Klyros shield. Everything else is the same. Let me see the price. Where is the price? So this. Yeah, we will have to make the icons of everything, unfortunately, and yeah, that would be fun. That would be very fun to make the icons of everything, but anyway, where is the freaking price? I lost it, huh? A shield, let's say a shield with the colors of the Klyros and a stylized wing on it. Where was the cost? 1,300. Okay, it's fine. 151. Okay, 951. Okay, so in theory, now that we have these two entries, right, which is very good, we can so these are now real items. Now they are real items that work exactly like any other item in the game, so they can be spawned, they can be, you know, used in combat, they can, right? Drum roll. That's a very good timing. Very good timing, because yes, we are gonna test it right now. Assuming that I saved everything, I hope so. Let me see, choose file to save. Yeah, we saved everything. Yep. We can go. Drum roll. Drum roll. You have 63,000 points. Oh my god, that's a lot. That's a lot. No. Double kappa, I don't win anything? Oh my god, these lots are evil. These lots are evil. Okay. Let's go, boys. One piece at a time. One pixel at a time. We will make this game, okay? One pixel at a time. But if any of you join and help me, that would be easier, right? But if you don't, I don't care. I will do it anyway. But if you do, I will be very happy. Because we can go faster. Fuck, today is already Thursday. That's insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's already Thursday. That's absolutely insane. Cannot believe that. Do we have obviously not. We have her. Okay, nice. We actually have a Klyros character, a female. There is the female version. So, can we go in a place where we don't fall down? Can we go in a normal place where we can just be happy? Be happy. Like here, for example. Ah, okay, we are here. Okay, the game brought me here. By the way, this sand is not too bad, huh? I thought it was worst. Maybe we already... Ah, because there is the... because it's the... yeah. That's why. Is the landscape. And the landscape is already new. Right? Okay, so we can spawn, let's see if it works, we can spawn a hook blade, which unfortunately has the wrong icon, but fine. And we can spawn a Klyros shield. And now what? Holy shit. I think it's too big. I think it's still too big, boys. I don't know, it looks really big. I think it's still too big. I mean, I can try with a normal longsword, but okay, let's go here. Let's go here, and my weapon is now touching barely. Yeah, let's say that it's touching the end, right? The tip is touching the end of that. So if I spawn a long sword, I think it will be way smaller. Yeah, like way smaller. I mean, if I spawn a claymore, obviously, which is a two-handed, right? Which we don't have a two-handed thingy, but yeah, okay, the claymore is longer, but the claymore is longer because it's a two-handed sword, right? So I think that we don't have an icon for the claim. Ah, yes, we have an icon for the claim. I think the hook blade is a bit too long. I mean, not by much, but I think if we go like 0.75, like I was saying, I think we are good. Look at a beautiful gem. Oh, this line though. This black line is not very nice. But I don't think we have a way to actually remove it. It looks a bit like a brain. It looks a bit like a brain of a creature, but anyway. The idea was that it was a gem, but it looks more like a... I think it's too big, guys. It's too big. It's too Final Fantasy. I mean, this size is too Final Fantasy. I think it's a bit too big, but I really like it, and I like it on this character. But I think it's too big. I think we can even go 0.7 instead of 0.75. And then we will have the shorter version, because actually we do have another version of this, which at the moment I think I closed the... yeah. But we have a shorter version which is slightly different, which is actually the hook dagger. Yeah, the shield. Okay, the shield. Oops! The shield is not oriented properly. The shield is not oriented properly. We need to understand why, but I think it's fairly easy. We just take... okay, let's try to go... but I don't think I reduced it, though. Did I reduce it? No, I didn't. Wait. I didn't reduce it. That is the full. Because I reduced it only... I reduced it only here. You see, 0.8. But I didn't reduce it in Blender and re-import it. So that's why it's big. So you have to scale it here. 0.8. Now the direction seems to be correct, right? Yeah, the direction is perfect. Okay, so I'm going to save it as... I'm going to save it as 0.8. I'm going to re-import it and then fix the... and then fix here to 1, right? So it becomes exactly like it was. Okay, so I think that now it will be good, guys. Now it will be good. Now the shield. Okay, the shield is oriented wrong. So the easiest is to take another shield like this and see how it is oriented. And we just copy, and we just copy the position, right? Yeah, the shield is looking at the positive Y, while our shield is looking at the positive X. So we have to rotate it we have to rotate it clockwise on the Z 90 degrees, right? So we are going to rotate this way, and we are going to export it again. And we're gonna save this, and we're gonna save this, and then we exit, and we re-import, right? Now yeah, okay. So now it's rotated, and now this thing is smaller, and we can try again. We can try again, boys. I bet no one can find Agorare Bazir in game. Is it your new character name? I think someone can. I'm pretty happy about these two weapons. What is that? What is a synonym of blade? Synonyms. Because we need one for the dagger. A synonym of blade. Hook knife. Hook knife. Cutlass edge. Hook edge. Hook edge? Nah. Hook edge, hook knife, hook dagger, hook dagger. Maybe we call it hook dagger. The hook dagger. The hook dagger. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we have a problem. Uh-oh. We have a problem. Okay, so now it's oriented correctly. But it's not positioned correctly, unfortunately. It's not positioned correctly, huh? I don't know if on this character the normal shield is positioned correctly, so we'll see. But yeah, it looks like kind of yes. I mean, at the limit, but it is. A bit at the limit, but it is. So we have to basically have the shield moved, you know, to the side a bit. This is actually perfect. Yeah, the shield will look anyway always in this position, unless you are going in kind of a stance, right? This stance. If you go in this stance, yeah. Now I think that the weapon is correct, right? The sides is much more reasonable. Much more reasonable. I think the wings they should close the wings, but anyway, they should really close the wings, but fine. So we need to move the shield, boys. The shield is not good. I mean, it's good, but be broken. The shield is too much into, yeah, exactly, too much inside. So this should be okay. So we need to move the shield. We need to move the shield. How much? How much? Well, I think at least like this, probably. But unfortunately, there's no way to know. The only way is to test it. The only way is to test it, my friends. Boom. It moved. It actually moved. Why am I always losing at the slots? Fuck. Double heart and the wing. I lost 213 points. No. So I already lost 200 plus 300 plus another 100. Why the message says that you won from the slots? I don't understand. What? Did I launch it or not? Oh, I did. Ah, this is the smaller blade, right? This is the smaller blade. You see that here they had the same logic. Here they had the same logic. 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 Is it the same texture, by the way, or not? I think it's the same texture. No, it's not. It's a completely different texture, which, by the way, completely different UV map and everything. So everything is different. And here they have the same weird stuff that they split the blade in two. It's so strange. I don't know why they did that. Fuck, I have the other shield. I have the other shield. Much better. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, it's a bit at the limit. Maybe A bit more would be better, but it's a bit at the limit. So the hand is a bit inside the shield, but I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad. Look at me. Huh? Look at me, boys. Look at me. Look at me. I love it. It's fantastic. It's perfect Klyros. It's perfect Klyros style. I love it. I love it. I say, good job, Talad. Good job. It costed you a lot of time, but the pink with the pink gem, you know, that they are like in the same tone, and the weapon and everything is fantastic. I really like it. I really like it. Epic is giving away free games. Dragon Age. I think Dragon Age I already have it, by the way. We can see. We can see, boys. Store. Store. Dragon Age Inquisition. Do I have it already? I don't. Let's go. We will take it. For €0. We would take it. Why not? Right? Why not? Okay, now I want to do this. Now I want to connect with another character. This is what I'm doing, right? I'm connecting with another character. And Momires. Momires is our best guy. They don't normally have them consider mystery games? Nah, only rarely. Every week they have a new game, but they are not always good, right? No. Hello, Momires. What the? Did you die or what? I think you died, Momires. What happened, Momires? You died? Did you die? Okay, let me see. You just died. Okay. Good. Fantastic. No, really? I can gift it to him. I can gift him this. Yeah, because he's a player actually. I can gift you a hook blade and I can gift you a Klyros shield. Do you want it? Yes, please. I want it. Uh-huh. Yes, the end is a bit at the limit, as you can see. In fact, in this case, the end is going in, so maybe we still move it a bit, because it's a bit at the limit. I think we move it just a bit more. Just a bit more. Right? I'm running like 300 applications. My PC is like saying, what? My PC is not very happy at the moment. But yeah, I mean, it works well with him as well. Do you want to see it on a dwarf? Okay, you want to see it on a dwarf. I understand. Do we have a dwarf with Momires or no? If we don't have a dwarf, we need to make one. Para. No one is answering to my post of this awesome weapon and this awesome shield on Discord. I'm upset. Why no one is saying, holy hell, that is the best weapon I ever seen in my life? Why? Bling blong. Bling blong. Bling blong. Bling blong. Bling blong. Bling blong. Sorry, I'm okay. So let's see. Do we have a dwarf? You wanted to see it on a dwarf. We don't have a dwarf. We can make a dwarf. You want me to make a dwarf? And here the story begins.
Someone special was born, far away from where his mission would be accomplished.
Exactly. Far away.
Proud and stout, Stonehammers are quite sure.
Proud and stout. I have to remake this freaking character selection, by the way, but we will.
From the harsh homeworld,
We will, don't worry.
these indigenous dwarves
Kitties.
built their wondrous, isolated cities deep within mountains. Incredibly enough,
Kitties.
the planets had something in common. Elders of each spoke at the height of the dwarven civilization.
At the height of the dwarven civilization.
Ornate by high mountains and ice caps covered in beautiful
At the height.
shapes of ice. Sculpted
Yeah, we have to wait a bit. This character creation. That someone decided that it was not skippable.
atop the mountains.
Do you want a cheat code to skip the character creation? Okay, I can put it in. What do you want to type to skip the character creation with a cheat?
The dwarves faced a dire fate.
You want to type what? Like cheat? We can have that if you press cheat, you
Passing day, the abnormal
You
solar
skip it.
activity intensified, stripping away the atmosphere.
so only the one of us that knows it are able to skip it.
Travel on the surface became perilous,
What about that?
forcing clans to isolate themselves. Some perished, while others engineered solutions and adapted. The dwarves swiftly migrated.
I can put a skip button, but I really hate people skipping dialogues.
Within no time, a vast network of interconnected tunnels linked
I think people skipping dialogues are really evil people.
a new renaissance.
Are you skipping dialogues? You're skipping dialogues, I know.
And novel
I know you are skipping dialogues.
cuisine underwent a metamorphosis as the resourceful dwarves
Because, I mean,
clothed and like it.
there is like voiceover, you know, all the crafting of the dialogues, all of that, right?
These beasts
And people just skip it.
source. Motivated by the change, some clans went back to their ancient warring ways and
Look at these beautiful drawings, huh?
hammers and poleaxes.
Look at these beautiful drawings.
Hammer wielders,
That hammer is a bit weird, but anyway, it's kind of interesting. It's like
shorter
Slanted.
Based on vast community
Ah, big plans. Look at that plan.
machinery. The hammer wielders became angered at the other faction of clans who refused
I have
to
no idea what the
worship
plan is, by
gods,
the way, but it is something.
calling them stonebreakers for breaking the sacred laws written in the tomes of stone. The expanding sun continued to heat the surface to unbearable temperatures.
Aha.
And black ash corrupted,
I think we find a portal, guys.
forcing the dwarves to dig deeper with each passing.
I think we find a portal
The
here.
dwarves kept layering their cities more and more and creating incredibly complex tunnels. However, in the depths, a miracle formed into a bluish silver disk. A portal was there. The word spread across all the tunnels, and many prepared to leave to face the unknown, but sure their gods would assist them.
Into the warp. Totally into the warp. Awaken. Okay, now we don't need any of this because
To put it simply, you will cease to exist.
we just need to teleport here. I wonder how many guys said why I'm gray. But yeah. I love the dialogues. Yeah, exactly. I also like the dialogues, but there's people that are skipping everything. Skipping freaking everything. They don't even understand what they're doing, right? And their only luck, right? Their only luck is that games today are basically brainless games, and so even if you don't read any of the dialogue, you can just continue, right? Because you just follow the exclamation marks. So you follow an exclamation mark like a monkey. You press skip, 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 skip. Then you follow the next exclamation mark. Skip, 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 skip. Then the next exclamation mark, and then you go bloop. Quest ended. And then you say, "Oh, I don't know where to go now." But don't worry, there is another exclamation mark for you, so that you don't use your brain. You just spend money and you don't use your brain, and you finish it as quick as possible, so that you can spend money again, you know? Perfect solution. Perfect solution. Huh? Perfect is obviously night, because when I test something, it must be night. Otherwise, the game is not happy with me. Aha. You want to see it on a dwarf, huh? Ah, look at the shield, it's very small. I love it. It's a small shield. Look. It's a small arenas. It is a small arena shield arenas. Yeah, because the shield, because everything is scaled, right, based on the character socket. Now, this looks a bit too small to me, but fine. Unfortunately, the beard is not weighted properly on this character, but yeah, it is a very small shield. But it's actually proportionate compared to the size of the character, right? Yeah, small shield, my friend. Oh, the shield is entering into the thing a bit, into the shoulder. But yeah, he has a small shield. So if you have a big shield and you give it to him, your shield becomes small and then it becomes big again. Understand? And it is done because otherwise the shield will be as big as the character and would make no sense. But if you drop it, it becomes big as it was. Right? Or no? What the? No? Uh-oh. What? It stayed small? Very strange though. What? No, it's impossible. No, this is really... I think it is really his sides. I think it looks small because... it looks small because this character is pretty large. I think it is slightly smaller. I'm using the blender keys. I think it is slightly smaller, but not much. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Seems to be nearly identical. Yeah, probably it is a bit small. Yeah, it's like slightly smaller, but not a lot. Not a lot. Interesting. Do you want to try with a cran? You can try with a cran, so that is the other side of the spectrum. There's the other side of the spectrum, boys. Boys. I think the shield should scale, but it seems it's not. But in theory, the shield should scale up based on the size of the character. Why my inventory is always a mess? My inventory is always a freaking mess. It should be larger. Now, you may say how much? I don't know. But in theory, it is larger. In theory, it is larger. And I can spawn another one. And put it on the ground. Yeah, it is. I think with the cran is more visible, right? I think with the cran is more visible. Yeah, you see, it is actually larger. I mean, not by much, but like 20%, 15%, but it is larger. It's not very noticeable, you know, but I think if I have a dwarf next to me and I have a cran, I think you will see the difference. Yeah. Okay. It is pretty much what I wanted to do today. So I wanted to finish these two items. I think they look very nice. I'm pretty much in love with that. I think we can improve maybe the normal map of the shield, because this wood thingy, I don't know if it's really good, but yeah. think it's nice anyway. I think it's nice. I think it's nice. Okay, that's it. So thank you for watching. Tomorrow is Friday already. Fuck it. So I cannot be here, unfortunately. I will have to be here Saturday afternoon around 4 p.m. I think we will continue with the weapon series, right? I want to have one weapon for each race and one shield for each race so that we have some characterization and the players may use their own weapons if they want, right? We may allow some, I don't know, I have to think how to switch the mesh of existing weapons if we want. That is actually not really... that's not really supported at the moment because in the data model the mesh is defined on the item stat, not on the item instance. But I think that maybe we could extend it, right? We could have... I will think about it, but I think if we could have on item instances a mesh override, I think we may solve the problem, right? So this basically means that I will allow you to choose the skin of your weapon even if it's not that weapon, right? It's a bit like Diablo is doing, right? Diablo 4, you can actually switch the appearance of your character without switching the actual item. So maybe we'll do that, I don't know. I have to think about it. But it may be a good idea. I don't know. Okay, guys. I would say bye-bye. Do we want to do a raid? We are like 9 people, but 5 are on YouTube. Oh, wow. People on YouTube are growing. Cool. More YouTube people. Why not? So let's try to do a raid tonight. Maybe there is someone up that we want to raid. There is Warka that is working on his game. There is Team Vash. Let me see if Team Vash is doing something game related. Not much. She's eating a bit. And thinking about tickets. Okay, so let's go to let's go to Warka. It's always nice to go to Warka. Why not? Why not? We go and say hello, okay? Oops, my Twitch crashed. No. My Twitch decided to crash. We cannot raid anymore. Just now? Just now. Okay, so we're gonna raid Warka, go and say hello, and I will see you. And if you are on YouTube and you want to join the raid, you have to go to that link on Twitch that I just gave you. Okay, you go to that link on Twitch, and so you join the raid. So we go together. We go together. If not, we will raid anyway. So I will say bye-bye, and I will see you Saturday. Bye. Bye. Good night. Good night. Oops. Wrong button. Bye-bye.